ॐ तत्सद्वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
ॐ आपो ज्योतिरसोऽमृतं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरो। The ineffable God is all-pervading, is all light, is all essence, and is deathless, and is Brahman, is pure being, knowledge and bliss. Om.
As high as 97.3% of water available on earth is saline and available in the form of oceans and seas. Only remaining 2.7% is available as fresh water, most of which lies frozen in polar regions or in deep aquifers not available for use. Out of the 2.7% of fresh water on earth, easily accessible fresh water is only 1%. Thus, the easily accessible fresh water is only about 0.027% of the total water available around us. India is endowed with vast water resources. Renewable water resources in the country are about 4% of global availability. Arable land is about 184 million hectares, which is second highest in the world. Notwithstanding these endowments, the large population offsets the advantages. Owing to the high rate of population growth, the national per capita annual availability of water, which was 5,200 cubic meters in 1950, became 1,900 cubic meters in 2080 and has presently come down to 1,780 cubic meters. Let us observe the Indian water scenario into the future. The per capita water availability in India, in comparison to other countries, is certainly disappointing. The situation is further compounded due to highly uneven areal distribution of water resources within the country. Considering the ever-growing importance of water in the overall social and economic development, the need for water resources development was duly recognized. Keeping this in background, Ministry of Water Resources in 1945 established a premier technical organization in the country called Central Water Commission (CWC), which is charged with the overall responsibility of water resources development and management throughout the country. Education and training have been recognized as the tools for shaping the attitude, skills and performance of the people. Accordingly, the National Water Policy (NWP) adopted by National Water Resources Council in September 1987 also underscores the need of a perspective plan for standardized training as an integral part of water resources development and has recommended a perspective plan for standardized training should be an integral part of water resource development. It should cover training in information systems, sectoral planning, project planning, and formulation project management, operation of projects and their physical structures and the systems, and the management of water distribution systems. The training should extend to all the categories of personnel involved in these activities as also the farmers. In view of the background, the Ministry of Water Resources, Government of India established a Central Training Unit (CTU) in the Central Water Commission during May 1988 in the campus of CW and PRS, Khadakwasla, Pune. The primary objective of CTU has been to develop institutional capability at the national level for imparting training to in-service water resources engineering personnel and to provide on a continuous basis trained personnel to state departments and central agencies. CTU was conceived as a forerunner of the National Water Academy. The training IRBPM was the main program of the CTU. A few more courses were added later on. The main limitation of CTU was very limited infrastructure. Foundation stone was laid down by the hands of the then Union Minister for Water Resources, Mr. Pramod Mahajan. Office building of NWA was completed in record time and was inaugurated at the auspicious hands of Mr. Arjun Charan Sethi, the then Union Minister for Water Resources. The academy was dedicated to the nation. National Water Academy, which was upgraded from the CTU during the 9th plan with an assistance from the World Bank under Hydrology Project, is now functioning as Center of Excellence for training in-service engineers in various aspects of water resources development, planning and management. NWA is also developing institutional capabilities at the national level for imparting training in the new emerging fields in water resources sector on a continued basis. National Water Academy is located on Pune-Sinhagad Road at about 18 kilometers from Pune railway station and 30 kilometers from Pune airport. It is adjacent to CW and PRS campus at Khadakwasla. Pune, once historically, socially and educationally a famous city, now fast developing as an industrially advanced city. With the advent of 21st century, Pune city is becoming hotspot in the field of IT sector.
Alvin Toffler has said that the illiterate of the 21st century is not the one who cannot read or write, but it is the one who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn and constantly upgrade his knowledge and experience. So training, manpower development and capacity building is very essential in any area of development. So the main intention is to place the right people with the right experience in the right place. Then only we can achieve what we need in any area of development. So in water sector also we have a great need for training of people in the appropriate areas. See, earlier the projects were done in a project specific issue, but now today we have a number of interacting complex issues, complex demands, and there are new developments and concepts coming up, and that we have to have thorough knowledge, and for that we have to train up and make the people capable of handling such issues. So in that context, NWA has been instituted under the Ministry of Water Resources and functioning under the Central Water Commission to meet this great need in water sector. And as every one of us know, the issues in water sector are getting more and more complex by the day, and we have to find new solutions to it. So in that context, if I may mention, see issues like benchmarking and river basin issues and interlinking. So many things are to be handled in today's context, and for that we have to equip the staff and the officers properly, and for that we have to have trainers as well as the ones who are trained to be able to handle all these issues effectively. And I would say that any investment made in this training aspect is a real investment which gives its returns much more than what we invest. So that's a very important need of the day. The National Water Academy has already trained about 2,500 state and central officers, and they try to organize trainings on any aspect that any institution needs. See, for example, when some of the organizations came up for specific training in hydropower development, they organized it. And when some interstate issues came up, they organized specific training to meet the needs of this. So like that, there is enough capacity built up here, and they tap the resources from all the expert agencies so that it is made available under one roof. So training is a continuous process, and we cannot do it for a day and leave it. So in this endeavor, I wish National Water Academy all success in the years to come, and that will meet to a large extent the needs of the country in water sector.
Main institutional building, 2-storied building, offices, 4 lecture halls, committee room, 1 seminar hall, library, advanced computer facilities, etc. Other side of the road, residential campus, NWA hostel and mess, 32 hostel rooms, guest house, sports and recreational facilities. Courses conducted by NWA covers almost all the facets of water resources development and management, and also management development programs for senior and middle level water resources engineers. Some of the commendable achievements of NWA are: the NWA is headed by Chief Engineer and has 5 specialized directorates. In addition to NWA's core faculty, guest faculty from various organizations such as Central Water Commission, Headquarters, Ministry of Water Resources, CW and PRS, University of Pune, National Remote Sensing Agency, Water and Land Management Institute, Groundwater Survey and Development Agency, retired CWC state engineers and eminent personalities from the various fields participate in the various programs. Apart from the regular theoretical classes in the various subjects, the following activities are also the part of our training programs: field visits, visits to laboratories, visits to models, case studies. For example, Godavari Basin Studies, hands-on computers, quiz, and local technical sightseeing. It will be interesting here to find out how a day begins for a batch of trainees from National Thermal Power Corporation arrived here from far-flung corners of the country. In the campus of the hostel, trainees are doing yoga. Younger generation is enjoying while playing indoor and outdoor games which keep them physically fit. From 9:30 in the morning, they have to attend lectures on various subjects. Here, Mr. Srinivas of NWA is giving a lecture on participatory irrigation development and management. Now, having an interaction with one of the trainees. Mr. Bhandari, a guest lecturer from Delhi, is making a point clear with the help of LCD projector. The topic is Hydel Power Project. A quest for the knowledge is never ending. To satisfy the same, Academy is having a well-stocked library. Recent books, journals and magazines are made available to the trainees and lecturers too. This room is full of cassettes and CDs. Nowadays, people are talking about roof and rainwater harvesting. An attractive revolving model is installed over here, which attracts the attention of any visitor. Another place or spot which catches the eye of the passerby are these walls. They are so conspicuously decorated by variety of charts, tables, maps related to water. The 21st century belongs to IT sector, and you must have a direct access at the tip of your fingers. This small hall is full of computers with internet facility and is often engaged by young and old alike. Next is another sophisticated computer lab, well equipped, wherein Deputy Director Mr. Chaskar is demonstrating the trainees regarding the operations and practical utilization of the software. In the afternoon, the trainees are back in the hostel mess, where delicious lunch is being served. In the post-lunch session, normally a few more lectures are arranged. Director Mr. Patil, before delivering his lecture today, is making some announcement.
Next week, you will be visiting Koina Hydroelectric Project. As you might be all aware, that this project is in 4 stages.
Occasionally, technical sightseeing also planned. In today's exposure visit, here a lady official is briefing about. This colorful model is prepared in order to understand the subject with visual impacts. Here, trainees are having some interaction by touching the gateways and getting the feel of it. This is a model of a dam and barrage on Yamuna River project. An official from CWPRS is explaining some details on the construction of barrage. Such visits help trainees to gather first-hand knowledge. This is an old structure of Khadakwasla Dam on the outskirts of Pune city. It is a multi-purpose dam through which water is supplied by pipeline to Pune city and by open canal for irrigation purpose. This is a small township colony on the hills nearby, a place called Dhairi. Site in charge is showing a design plan of roof and rainwater harvesting from a booklet. From such exposure visits, trainees get wonderful opportunities to learn by information, understand intricate technicalities of a particular project, and collect data of the local experiment. At the end of the day, trainees are playing volleyball in the open air and trying to keep their fitness. Subjects in which training is conducted by NWA, covering all the aspects of water resources planning, development and management as shown here. tailor-made courses for various organizations on demand basis. Apart from the various regular training courses conducted by NWA, NWA has also taken up number of demand-driven courses, that is constructional aspects of hydropower projects for senior managers of NTPC and induction training courses for newly recruited NTPC civil engineers. Participatory irrigation management, action plan for implementation of NWP 2002, river basin organizations, inter-basin water transfer. Now, we are at the top of MTDC guest house nearby. Mr. Sushil Kumar of NWA, with a pleasant morning breeze here, spelling out today's itinerary.
We have already seen yesterday the key plan of Koina project as it is. We know which component is at what place. We have seen the powerhouses, stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. Today we will go to the dam.
Koina is a prestigious multipurpose project in Maharashtra, whose exquisite model is being displayed over here. Trainees are keenly watching and being briefed by an official, Mr. Mahadik, from Koina staff. Now, Mr. Sushil Kumar is explaining one of the basics for choosing the site. Some interested trainees are having interaction over here. This is a photograph of schematic projection. Executive Engineer Mr. Joshi is detailing about the marvelous Koina Dam post behind. Last spot of the day in the evening, unique of its kind in the world, first of its kind in Asia, called lake tapping. Once again, Mr. Mahadik and Mr. Rane revealing what it is all about.
डबल लेग टैपिंग है यहाँ. अब प्लग में डेटोनेटर्स डाल दिया. नो नॉर्वे से इंपोर्ट किया हुआ था कि 48 आवर्स पानी में रखे भी.
When theory is supported by practicals or field study tour like this, one's horizon in the fields of knowledge expands and creates lasting impressions into his memory. For the issues regarding internal matters or working, sometimes meeting of the staff and the faculty member is called. Today, one such meeting is under progress. At the top floor, in the academy premises, there is a water testing lab. Samples from various river basins are collected and brought in here for inspection. The lab is fully equipped with latest apparatus and equipments. Looking into the future of interlinkage of rivers or basin water transfer is going to be a major problem. To facilitate such problems, Mr. Suryavamshi of NWA is presenting a software on basin simulation studies. So, with such conscious, constant and comprehensive efforts with a rational attitude, targets and goals are attainable, or you can say within reach. Finally, to sum up briefly, Chief Engineer of the National Water Academy, Mr. Subramaniam, is expressing his views on future challenges.
Water professionals across the world, they have come to know that world is heading for a crisis. And many people have come to know about the importance of water, and National Water Academy has accepted the challenge of water crisis, and they are providing the trained manpower for many upcoming areas in the many fields, and we are actually conducting training programs in the emerging fields like GIS, remote sensing, and the watershed development, then water harvesting and groundwater recharging, and the recent area is the integrated water resources management, and we have also the participatory irrigation management, which is one of the main subjects now, and hydropower development, that is taking up a big challenge for increasing the hydropower development in India. So we have got many training activities covering the whole gamut of the water resources development and management in NWA. And in addition to it, the mass awareness program has been started in the freshwater year 2003, and from that time onwards the NWA has taken the responsibility of creating awareness among the masses by way of conducting some programs for the press, the media personnel, electronic media, and also the school teachers. And we are also taking the school children and teachers to the water resources projects so that they can have some knowledge about the water resources development and management. So there is a big challenge in front of us, and the challenge is met by the National Water Academy. In future we are going to expand in a big way so that more activities can be taken up, more challenges can be accepted for tackling this water crisis.
Thus, NWA has taken few strides towards commendable achievements and making constant endeavors for forthcoming sunny days.